Ladolin?
Look at my face.
I don't believe you.
Ridiculous. Go time.
Woo! It's go time. Tick, tick, boom. Who bringing the noise? Go, baby, we bringing our toys. Separate men from the boys. Chopper be singing, should be on the voyage. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we don't die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go hit, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Stevie Wonder.
Tick, tick, boom.
Go.
Yeah, that's right. It's your boy, Zach the Mac. We're here at the ReJect Rundown this week. It's your Sunday night entertainment for the year. You don't even need no other show to watch. I'm telling you right now, this is all you need to be is right here with us live, all right? I'm going to pass it off to my boy, Old Man, right to the left of me.
Don't change your channel, everybody. I am who you see I am. I'm not Joe Madness. I'm Old Savage. How's it going?
Oh, Savage. That's right. Okay.
Damn it. We got a new nickname.
To the right of me, we got Mr. Machiso. Hope I said that right. A.K.A. The Joe Madness. That's right.
The Joe Madness. Oh, yeah.
That's right. And we got the gang here. SG3, he's
he's taking a vacation, man.
He's missing action, but he's here with us.
I would say he's looking for Carmen San Diego, but that dude said, I need a vacation.
He just said he needed a vacation. He put in his PTO. He's
Yeah,
out of here. He put in his PTO.
Fine.
I'm going to pass it off to the hostess over there, Mr. TDK. All right?
That's right, everybody. Thank y'all for joining here on the ReJect Rundown. It's going to be a good show here on the ReJect Rundown, everybody. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. I know NFL is happening, but get NFL, man. Come to the show. Enjoy yourselves. Yes. Huh?
Did you put his PTO?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. I signed off on it. He let me know in weeks in advance. He gave me the 2-week notice. I said approved. That's fine.
It's not a full-time paid, though.
Yeah. It's not. He's not getting paid for it.
You don't know that yet.
Yeah. But welcome, everybody. Let's get into it now. Here at the ReJect Rundown. Don't forget to Google us. Check us all on our platforms, everybody. We'll share with that at the end of the show.
That's right.
Now, on the Rundown report, some emergency stuff did happen. I'm going to let you guys know now. It's not on a normal schedule, but this came through.
Breaking news.
That's
Breaking
right.
news.
Israel pleaded guilty in court for a drunk driving incident that happened August 19th in his homeland, New Zealand, everybody. So that's what occurred. We just found out Usher is announced as a Super Bowl halftime show singer performer.
All I gotta say is
shocking.
he better perform that. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my job tight. As slow as it is, I just gotta hear that.
But come on, man. But during a Super Bowl show, I'm sorry. This is what I was telling this one the old man on the green room. They need a rock band. What's Metallica's going wild.
They're never going to get a rock band as long as Jay-Z's in charge of it. I'm
you're
sorry
right
to
about
say
that.
that.
Yes,
but-
that's true.
What?
You're right about that. That makes
all
sense.
hip-hop from now on. Which isn't a bad thing, but at the same time, have a little mixture of both every other year.
Thank you. Exactly.
They could
Come
do
on.
half of it like, rapping, and the other half like alternative or something like that. Or
But
rock
you
or
can't tell
something.
me, like, if you're a performer, a sports performer, that you don't listen to some kind of rock to kind of pump you up,
You
right?
can imagine so.
Throws me off.
I mean,
Last
The
time we had
Rock
a
is
rock
like
band.
the oldest generation of
Coldplay?
performance and all.
That
Yeah.
was a while ago, but they
Maybe
still had.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. Was that Super Bowl?
That was
Yeah.
years ago. I think that was
was years
before the incident of Justin Timberlake and
Oh, okay.
Janet Jackson. That little incident. So yeah. But yeah. Anyways, now Bears HR department involved in the so-called issues. What's going on with Mr. Defensive Coordinator Alan Williams after stepping down as an misappropriate conduct. Okay, so which tells me that there's a lot more to investigate going on over there. But let's get into the other stuff right now. Just an update with everybody here happening on with ReJect Rundown, I think, or just let you guys know that all this stuff that's been going on with the writer's strike, still in talks right now, has not been confirmed that there's an agreement yet.
But it's getting close.
It's getting close. They did
have
say
a sit down though. Right.
Exactly. They had a recent sit down and they're making progress.
That's
So
good.
possibly, it's a good sign moving forward, which also helps a good sign for TV shows and our movies that we want to see moving forward because Lord knows it seems like everything's on pause.
Everything, literally everything.
that
I'm
is
trying to
true.
watch it.
So that's the big thing right now.
I'm just trying to finish my shows, please.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Now, crisis, everybody over there at Hallis Hall because it's going nuts. It's going nuts over there. Defensive coordinator obviously stepped down earlier this week. I think it was Wednesday occurred. Basically stated that it was a family issue, but we don't know. There's some other small media that's reporting that it was that Hallis Hall was raided. FBI was present,
Allegedly.
but then all of a sudden, Chicago Bears basically came out and said, no, we were not raided. It did not happen or anything like that.
We did not have any allegations with that.
But there's even Pat McAfee said the freaking industry was raided. They said he had an inside source telling them that it was raided. So what does that tell you, guys? What does that tell you what's going on?
Pat McAfee's a pretty reliable source.
Thank
man.
you.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah,
For Pat McAfee to say something.
It's something fishy that it just came out all of a sudden he just retires.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
Like, why?
Abruptly. Now,
Like,
The
what
word-
is
the
that?
word would be a coincidence, if you will.
what's
But
that? A
we got a couple
watchable show
comments.
without SG3.
I agree.
That's true.
Agree.
That's
Shout
true.
out
That's
SG3. Sorry,
what's
buddy.
up, Jess? But yeah,
What's going on, Jesse?
so let's put it this way. So what happened, fans, if you don't know what's been going on with the defensive coordinator with the Chicago, what really occurred? That there was a small media came out and said that Charles Tillman, who was former cornerback for the Chicago Bears,
Peanut, Mr.
turned,
Peanut, Mr.
right,
Peanut.
turned FBI agent, here in Chicago.
Is he
Former-
for- is he for Chicago
Yes, he
FBI?
is. Yes.
Look at that.
Exactly. So he
Can't make it
basically
out the head.
gave
No, I'm just
a shout out to Chicago and let them know, FYI, FBI is coming. You guys are being raided, just to let you guys know. Okay, give them a heads up and whatnot.
Mhm.
Hallis Hall gets raided, but also 2 defensive corner houses raided. Now, the reason behind it, though, is what they were saying is that somehow, some way, that there's some allegations of the coordinator involved in some conduct involving children back in high school.
Oh.
I mean, the fact that he
Yes.
retires pretty quick, it is kind of fishy.
Thank you.
I would say, yeah.
It just draws too much questions, right? Which then tells me, okay,
Red
that
flag, if you
occurred.
will.
They deny the claims. They say allegedly. This is all allegedly. They erase it.
So
But
far.
all of a sudden, we get Justin Fields get on air, live television, front of, like being in the whole crowd and stuff like that, answering questions, calls out the coaching staff. So instead of the attention on the defensive coordinator, the
Yeah.
attention now goes to Mr. Justin Fields.
Mr. Fields.
And then he has to retract his words. It gets all a shitstorm over there in Chicago,
Yes.
right?
That's to watch what he says and
Thank
get in
you.
trouble for saying the wrong
I think
thing.
it's going great out there. I don't know about
Yeah,
you
well,
guys.
yeah, of course you would. Yes, I agree with you. Of course
What do
you
think,
would.
Jesse?
But golly, what is going on with Chicago? Chicago is on a decline.
They can't win on the field.
They-
They can't win off the field.
That neither one.
They just
No,
can't get a W at all.
at all. Nowhere. Everything's losing at this point right now, and it's driving me nuts.
Well, okay, let me ask one thing though.
Yes.
Because of today's performance,
Uh-huh.
did they have a defensive coordinator? Like, were they able to get somebody at the
Yeah.
time?
Yeah, they
They
did.
did.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. The coach, Matt Abrams, whatever his freaking name is, I don't fucking care for all of
No,
that.
no,
I want him
Matt.
to be fired
Oh,
as
Matt.
of now.
No.
Coaching needs to be fired. You're ruining Justin Fields. But that being said, he's basically calling the plays. He was calling today's defensive calls.
So Jesse brings out a good point.
Oh, let's
Do
go,
you
let's go.
guys think they should sell the team? Because I think so. Yeah, I really think they should start selling the team because
Everyone's going to be shouting out for selling the team.
every year they have the most cap space, and what did they really do with it?
They don't do anything. They
Anything.
don't want to. It's like, here's my thing.
it's almost like they
the
want to
Ma-
keep the money themselves.
Thank you. McCaskey
Mm.
family, I feel like, is the old regime in a
Yeah.
sense that's basically old-minded, old senile, where we can win.
So
We-
let's put it this way.
yes.
As a Bears fan, whoever is in this table,
Mhm.
how do you guys support the Bears and yet still they raise up ticket prices even though they lose? How can you support that?
That's the crazy part because it's like I think they're taking advantage of the fact that us Bear fans are so devoted to
And that's-
Chicago.
And that's also your guys' fault.
Yes.
You guys should stick a stand and say, no, we're not attending these games
That's
until
right.
you guys change something.
That's exactly right. I totally agree with that because
gladly pay to watch them
because
lose
right now, what I'm more pissed off with,
us Chicago fans out there.
what I'm more pissed off about Chicago is that they're trying to make it as if Justin Fields is the problem.
Right.
That
Nah.
he's not receptive
Nah.
to what we're trying to coach him. So what are we going to do? We're going to say, you know what? He's putting blame on us. and he's a problem. Now he's
Yeah.
becoming a vocal problem
He's
in the locker room.
of the
He's
locker
right,
room.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's where the limelight's gonna go at. He's a
I feel
diva.
like they targeted him the minute they picked him up.
Exactly.
But you know what
Sadly,
though? It's
yeah.
not just him. It's the quarterback position when you come to Chicago.
Yes.
you are
Always at fault.
It's
in a sense.
as other teams too. It's like you're the spotlight of it, but it's always the quarterbacks to blame.
We
Where-
did the
well,
same thing with Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
Jay Cutler.
We did the same thing with Mitchell Trubisky.
So
Trubisky.
when was the last time the Bears really had a good quarterback?
last Super Bowl?
Super Bowl 85.
Yeah,
Jim
right.
McMahon.
Right.
McMahon.
McMahon.
But even then, McMahon wasn't even the best quarterback
Nah.
in the NFL.
It
It
was the
was
rest
the
of the
defense.
team.
Exactly.
That got Chicago.
The defense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he was the best quarterback
Miller.
for Chicago.
Mhm.
Jim Miller was pretty somewhat decent at the time.
They
But-
had to injure him out.
Exactly. So it's like it just goes to show where it's like you guys got to come together. There's what I see on the field. There's no leadership with them. There's no leadership. There's no accountability to the players. When it comes to the defensive side of things, what we had was a leader,
Mhm.
Brian Urlacher,
Yeah.
fucking Gale Sayers, or not Gale
Mhm.
Sayers, not a defense. I'm sorry, Butkus and all them.
So once
Right.
upon a time, their defense wasn't that bad. Like from 2019, it was
Even
really solid.
2018 was pretty solid. And so it's like it just baffles me. It really does baffle me.
I guess because now we picked up like everybody we picked up.
Yep.
It's like a fresh new team every time.
But
Every
I
time.
don't think it's Fields'
Yeah.
fault. He is a good
no,
quarterback.
not at
No.
all. I'm gonna put it this way, and something that I told Tony the Kid that caught me that I've been seeing. When your whole team realizes that the opposing team is already in blitz mode the whole time,
Yeah,
why are you making your guy run the ball instead of finding quick passes?
I
Yes.
agree. I agree with you.
Because of the footage that what happened today, we can go back to the footage and watch the game today again, highlight some stuff, and show even the freaking prompters that were there telling them if you see the defense of clogging up the middle right there, it's a friggin' open field to throw for passes.
Thomas
Why
says,
not call it?
should have traded Fields and kept their pick. What do you guys think?
No, I don't think they should have traded Fields. That's the thing.
Mm.
You shouldn't have, like, Fields is fine. It's not his problem. It's the coordinators. It's the coaching. The players themselves are basically showing you we don't believe in what you're coaching us right now.
Yeah.
We don't believe in your coaching style. We don't believe in you trying to hype me up and come on the field and do my job as a player. We don't believe in you.
No.
So there's no effort. None at all. It's
I
all
mean,
around.
If they traded Fields to any other team, I think he'd get a couple of wins at this point.
I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like wherever
If
he
they-
goes, he'll be
yes.
Super Bowl bound.
Let's put it this way. If he goes to the Saints,
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
Definitely.
yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Doug goes there. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll have a
Awkwardly,
defense.
weirdly,
Yeah,
but yes.
awkwardly.
He'll have
Yeah.
a defense there
Yes.
to protect them finally.
Right. Exactly.
As awkward as that is, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, definitely if you put him with San Francisco and take away Purdy,
Easily.
come on, man. He would live a little better.
But Purdy's been doing great though.
He's
He fits
he
perfect
likes
to that
he
game
likes the
design.
system, and I
Yes.
think even Shanahan loves the way he plays.
And they're paying him basically nothing to keep him.
Because he's Mr. Irrelevant,
Yeah,
but he's making himself relevant right now. So
barely
it's
could
good.
afford rent out there in San
Exactly.
Francisco.
What did it say? Trubisky rookie year was the best of the Bears, the good offense. I agree with that. I agree with that comparison because what's weirdly enough is I look back at that tape and Trubisky was like, I'm not saying he's the best quarterback. Now, I'm not going to say he was a great one,
Tony
but
the Kid
in
loves
a,
Trubisky.
in a, oh, that's right. I'm the true
Yeah,
Trubisky.
I know.
Look, there's a lot of media footage about me like that. But the fact that in that system he was clicking,
Yeah.
because Matt Nagy actually worked the system around his benefits, so it showed. But the second season, Matt Nagy wanted him to be a different quarterback. That's where the disconnection came from.
Yeah.
And right there, if Trubisky wasn't going to do what Matt Nagy wanted, Matt Nagy gave up on him like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Exactly.
So
And that's
it showed.
unprofessional. Yeah.
That's your argument right there.
Mhm.
We've been saying it's the coaching staff. You just proved it right there with Matt Nagy saying,
Right off
like,
the
if
bat.
you're not going to play the way I want you to play,
Exactly.
why play at all?
Why play at all?
And that's
is
the
messed up,
problem.
yeah.
Exactly.
Because
If you're not going to do what I want, go.
No. What you're about saying is true. When you have a quarterback, you have to surround everything around the quarterback. Look at Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, when he went to Tampa Bay, did he win the first year he got there? Hell no.
Nope.
He had to get the team he had
Yes.
second time around, Brunk and all those other All-Stars, to become a champion again.
Eh,
Nope.
Good point.
Why? Because he had the team he needed to win.
Exactly.
Look at
Exactly.
Tom Brady again with the Pats. I mean, look at Aaron Rodgers back in the day.
Mhm.
Brett Favre. Every quarterback who's had a team and a coach that understands their quarterback has won the championship.
They have to build chemistry, and there's no chemistry going in the Bears right
no.
now.
What did you say right now?
It's too much. I can't even read.
Let's see. Now I can't even show it.
It's not even gonna fit.
It's not gonna fit. Oh,
Come
too
on,
much.
Jesse.
Too much,
well,
Mijo.
dang it, Jesse.
It's too much, Mijo.
No, that's fine.
Come on, man.
Whatever.
Synthesis,
We'll
bro.
go back to it. Read it. It says Anthony.
I don't want to read an essay.
Yeah, he says TDK. To be honest, Trubisky should have stayed here. He already knew what he was doing here. The coach was just fucking him. Yes, agree, fucking him over as soon as Nagy saw Trubisky get hurt and restricted him from so. Yes, doing his things. I agree. No, that's exactly what I agree with. I agree with you there, Jesse. Good analysis there. Now, moving along, everybody, here on the Rundown Report. Nick Chubb, as last game for the Browns, suffered a bad injury. Okay, very bad injury. You see the replays. Even the media did not want to replay the replay.
Man, that was savage.
It was
Really,
very
really
bad. Now
bad.
in college, he hurt his knee, looking like an alien.
Same one.
Bended it
That's the same
backwards.
knee?
Same knee, and that knee basically
Bend
went
it.
from standing up straight to out the other way.
The way it bended.
It was a 90-degree angle. 90-degree angle
Yeah.
to the side, mind you. Okay. So that being said, we'll get into let's talk about it. But if you want to chime in a little bit,
So let's put it this way.
Yep.
I think his career's ended. I'm sorry to say that because once the way it happened back in college,
Correct.
not many people could come back from that injury. He did.
Yeah.
That proves what type of beast that he was. But the second time around,
it's kind of very hard.
it's very slim.
Very hard.
And I think he's done.
Yeah.
Kent got
I
a
really
couple
think
comments
he's
on
done.
the last subject.
Tim. What's up, Tim?
Oh,
What up,
no,
man?
it's Kent.
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 Kent,
Kent.
that's
Kent. TDK, time to get the butter cut. Yeah, I agree with you.
You
I
look
agree
like
with you there.
Vince.
Yep, I agree with you there. That's exactly right.
You're
13
fired.
consecutive losses, allowing 25 plus points. NFL all-time record. Bears are historically bad.
Yeah.
I agree, Kent, because it doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying. Coaches, get out. Fire them already. Just fire them. But
Something's gotta
but
happen.
again, let me remind myself.
Let me just say something.
Polls pick those guys,
Let
right?
me just say something. There's a lot of space for you guys up in Wisconsin.
No, this
Just let you guys know. Up in Green Bay.
Get out of here.
There's a lot of
Golly.
space.
No.
We get it done out there. There's
No,
a lot of
man.
love
Yeah,
out
man,
there in Green Bay.
Recruit.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you already know.
No, Joe, we're not doing that. What does it say? Go. Who's Tim? Tim says go Colts. Now you're excited about the Colts, right?
I mean,
You're excited.
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah. Now
He's the guy.
hey, he's on my fantasy draft, so I'm okay with that. He's on my fantasy pick, so I'm okay with him right now. For now.
All
For now.
right. What's next, guys?
Now, also on the board, everybody, USFL as well as XFL are in talks for merger.
Oh,
I don't know about
Oh.
you guys, but
Oh,
I think this
yeah.
could be a solo place for spring football for everybody. So I like this. Now, that being said, if merger does go through, broadcasting could be split between Fox and Disney. Fox currently plays USFL. Disney plays XFL, obviously ESPN and stuff like that, right?
Disney's got to get
So,
their hand in the pot, man.
That's going to be good. I don't know about you guys, but I actually think that's a good beneficial place for spring football to happen. But also, too, for those who are draft picks that can't really get to the NFL at that point, can now finally have a chance to play on another set field in America, not just Canada, but in America, and show some talent for scouts.
or guys that are old and but still want to give it,
Right,
give some
exactly. Those who
names.
are
Yeah.
basically exit out
Or-
after the 10-year career with NFL in a sense, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, or for somebody that just got injured, but if you got injured, you're not gonna go back and play.
I don't think Nick Chubb's going to play in the
Exactly.
XFL.
I don't think
Either
he's gonna
or,
play at all.
either or,
So, yeah.
either
But
or.
It
But-
is a good opportunity, like you said, for spring opening season. You know what I mean? They could
Yeah.
fit it in there in between, the NFL season.
Because at this point, what's cool about XFL, if you watch their social media platforms, a lot of their players were looked at by NFL.
Yeah.
So, and then right now, currently, if I'm not mistaken, there is a quarterback who emergency, Cincinnati picked him to go on their quarterback crew.
So what is The Rock's role though then at this point?
That's a question mark because currently his status is unknown through the merger.
He's gonna sell it.
So I don't know. Could
gonna
he
sell
be
it.
the majority owner again, or not again, but in a sense for this one, or is he going to step aside and someone else is going to run the
I
show?
still think he should be the mascot of it because I mean, The Rock.
Yeah, I
The
think he
Rock
should.
does sell.
I think you should sell it and then obviously promote it though. Yeah.
But does this mean there'll be more teams coming into this whole? Because it's a merger, so will
Yeah.
there be more teams and more?
That's
games to
really
look at?
the big talks right now about the teams, but they also are, according to the media, they are expecting that the teams to be reduced
Mm.
from the USFL plus XFL because XFL has 8 teams right now playing.
XFL
If I'm not
has
mistaken, has at least eight teams.
Yeah.
Then, and if I'm not saying USFL more likely has about the same. So
Yeah.
now you kind of have to look at it and be like, all right, we're gonna have to obviously you're gonna have to kind of reduce. But if there's some teams that have some cities that don't match, why not keep those?
I feel like the less popular teams obviously are going to go.
Yeah.
The ones
Yeah.
that don't sell out or don't have enough fan base.
I think that's what we're gonna look at is the ticket
Yeah.
sales within those stadiums and
Statistics
stuff.
and all.
As it goes on.
They'll probably have one more season each. Take the ratings from that, and then
Go from there.
Yeah.
And basically the benefit factor. Now this
Right.
obviously is going to play in 2024, everybody. So we're going to keep lights on that because that's basically what they're eyeing for.
What did Tom say?
So we'll see.
last one. The last two are new. Tom
Yeah,
and
it says
Jesse.
let the Bears have their crap. All right, yeah, whatever.
Anyways,
Tom.
Yeah, so, whatever. Shut it up. Anyways,
as a vegan, let the Bears alone.
yeah, golly.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Now, AEW, everybody, AEW Dynamite Grand Slam ended with an unplanned conclusion last Wednesday. So
But
that
guys,
is-
break it down to me. What happened?
you know, that's what I'm saying. Let break it down there real quick,
Break it
everybody.
down there,
Yeah,
man.
go
Did
ahead,
you
Joe.
watch it?
Break
Did
that
you watch
down.
it?
I did watch it.
Was that
actually.
supposed to happen?
No,
Break it down to
no.
somebody.
Who did win that at the end?
Ray Phoenix, and
Ray
that
Phoenix.
was unplanned.
Mhm.
You could tell already because even the
Really?
referee was expecting John Moxley to kick out,
Right.
but he didn't.
Because as you can see here, fans, everybody, the picture of,
He suffered a
the-
concussion.
right
He
there.
did.
He
Yeah.
did.
Oh,
Right there,
shit.
mid. He, you can see his eyes look up, but you
Yeah.
can tell he did not pin.
And he
Pin
had to
out,
do
no?
it again in order to like save the botch, basically. So let's just put it this way: I don't agree with Ray Phoenix doing that move on a bigger person like John
Oh,
Moxley
yes.
because he's too small.
Did
Right.
it look? If
It
you don't
looked
mind,
bad.
yeah, you know,
It
like when
did.
somebody's getting into the finisher and you can tell it's an uncomfortable position.
This
Well-
could have been as bad as Owen Hart doing. it
That's
to Stone
exactly
Cold
what I was gonna
Steve
say.
Austin.
If you remember the Owen Hart
I
and
do. I
Stone
remember
Cold,
that.
and if you see the head, his head was sticking out of the freaking legs, right?
Yeah.
And then hitting the mat. It's just basically the same thing as what I compare it to at this
Wasn't
point.
that something that happened to Draws also?
No,
that was
Draws
over
was-
the turnbuckle
the
or something
power
like that.
bomb. Remember
Yeah.
D'Lo
Oh.
Brown's power bomb? That was a
Yeah.
whole different thing at
Yeah.
that point. But it's a freak accident too.
It
but I
happens.
also don't agree as a small wrestler like Ray Phoenix doing it someone bigger his size because at that point he's just too big. John Moxley's too big for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look what happened at this point.
Exactly.
It was unplanned.
Right.
It wasn't supposed to happen, but at least we have a new champ out
It
of
was
all
like
this.
John Cena trying to do an F5 to the Big Show, kind of, right?
Could be.
Awkward.
Could
I
be a
mean,
little
not like,
awkward.
super bad, but like, you could tell he was like,
Oh,
jump on my shoulders.
This is not going to be an everyday
Yeah, yeah.
thing, guy. Okay, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do 6 of these bad boys. Okay,
exactly,
No,
exactly.
no, we're not.
You know what I'm saying?
So I
mean,
see that.
I just hope John Moxley is okay because
Yeah.
he is pretty much the working cow in AEW.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
doesn't
he
give
is.
enough credit for a guy who really puts the show on there right now.
So, how does AEW go back to getting the belt back to the original owner?
I mean, they're just gonna have to rock with it.
For now,
yeah, right.
they're
I
going to
mean,
have to flow with it.
Right.
Yeah,
Change
they're
the
just gonna
game.
have to roll with the new plan.
But this is what I've been saying about AEW for the longest now. They're freaking injury prone over there. Those guys, it's like, listen, with AEW, I'm not going to mad dog these guys too much, but I get what they're trying to do as a company and what they're trying to do to stay afloat. But my only dilemma with AEW is that they try to do way too much to show off for the fans on live TV, and they get themselves hurt. They put
But-
themselves through too much.
But that's the thing; they let the wrestlers, take care of their own business at that point. So I agree to a certain extent, but it is also on the wrestlers.
Yes.
But at the same time, you don't hear too many wrestlers complaining at that point. So it's kind of hard to disagree because that is
yes
their
and no,
fans.
but that
is their
wrestler that's
fans.
in the friggin' locker room now at home saying I can't wrestle right now would have thought, say, you know what, maybe that was a
Well,
bad
that's the
jump.
thing. You got to learn.
So it's like
a life lesson at that point, and they're still young. A lot of these wrestlers are still young, and they will learn the hard way.
no, they're
Yeah,
learning.
What do you
the
think about
hard
that,
way
old
at
man?
that point. Yeah.
Actually, Joe's got a point. I
Mhm.
mean, okay, back in the day, a lot of wrestlers they were trained in good schools
Mhm.
by
Mhm.
people who were in that old
Shout
genre.
out to the Heart Academy.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
Art
right. Dungeon.
Academy, the
Yeah,
Dungeon.
Dungeon Doom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
the guy that trained Triple H.
Facts.
The guy that trained Hulk Hogan that broke his leg and
Yeah.
said, you won't be coming back, and Hogan came
Correct.
back.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they had to prove that you could do this whole routine hours after hours.
Right.
I
So
mean,
now, how
yeah.
much of it, the game and the industry has changed? Joe, you see it yourself.
Even like you made a great point because even back in
You're
the
right,
day
Tom.
they
We're
have
talking
changed a
about
lot.
AEW.
Even the wrestling style to this day. And back in the day, you still suffer concussions. It just
Yeah.
wasn't known though.
That's true.
It wasn't known now.
Yes.
Now we have protocols, which is good though. So yes, they do suffer injuries, but back in the day, a lot of wrestlers did suffer a lot.
Yeah.
And
It's
that's
just-
why these guys did die early, though.
It's
That's
just
why I was gonna point out.
my thing with AEW too is though
Sorry,
I think AEW needs to develop that training method. Go out, like create your own training program. Finally, you don't tell me you don't have the money. First off, and don't tell me you don't have another idea of doing an NXT type of thing. Or let's get some smaller crews. Let's get the newbies coming in, and let's learn how to catch somebody. Learn how to actually do the move safely for each other. Right? And now Daredevil wise, I get you guys want to try jumping off a ladder and hit 3 fucking tables in a row. Okay, fine. I get what you guys are doing with that. But for TV rights and for making sure that we are going to be able to stay on TV, stop screwing up so much like that. Call your place, because this is my only worry. The programming is going to finally say, listen, these are too many broken ankles. We're noticing if there's going to be a limb, a broken neck, or whatever, this is bad for TV. Let's focus on this. Let's kind of gather ourselves again real quick and let's do something better.
I agree about the training part, but at the same time, I don't think any TV deal or anything is going to be suffered for this, because that's their fan base, though. I mean, if you don't do these moves, your fans are going to pretty much call you a sellout at that point.
Exactly.
You have a
I
fan
don't want
base
to
at
go to
this
a
point.
show and not
Could
be
be.
able to watch
The
the finishing
company.
move.
And I mean, they just got collusion.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're doing good. They're doing good. At a certain point, the TV deals doesn't matter because they're doing great at this point.
Okay.
I mean, they also got the
The
Max?
Dynamite.
Yeah, no. with
Oh,
the
yeah,
Max
HBO Max,
contract as
that's
well.
right.
So they're
Contract.
doing great at this point.
Has that already been approved yet?
No, yeah, pretty much is going
it is?
down. Yeah,
Oh,
Okay.
and that's going to be interesting to
Now-
watch at that point.
Now, remind me real quick, though. What's up with this? Okay, when I was writing this down, this name got me all discombobulated here. What the hell kind of name is this? AEW Dynamite Grand Slam. There's so many names in that. What is it?
It's a grand
Which one is
slam.
it?
Dynamite Grand Slam.
Grand
Is it
Slam.
is it a Dynamite or is it Grand Slam?
Did you watch it?
No,
Okay, so you shouldn't.
there wasn't a Grand Slam.
You shouldn't judge.
It
It was a
wasn't
Grand
either
Slam
or. It
show.
wasn't Dynamite
It was
nor
a
Grand
show,
Slam.
actually,
Is that
yeah.
supposed to be okay? Okay, so
That's what I mean.
It was a Grand Slam
Yeah.
show. Yeah,
What is it, a
I wanna point
pay-per-view
out-
event that was on a Wednesday?
it was basically like a sort of a pay-per-view, but
What
yeah,
the
a free show basically, and they had really good title matches.
it was
on
a
there.
free
Yeah.
pay per view.
I guess.
Sure.
Basically, yeah.
Look, we have a
Basically, not
WCW,
even,
but
not
that
even
one.
legend, basically.
One
Speaking
thing
of
I
WCW,
wanna-
Tom did comment in
yeah.
about that, dude. Yeah.
One thing I do want to point
They
out,
need-
but let's say
Oh, he just said they need the WCW power plant. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
true,
cool with that.
they
Yeah.
do.
It's like the free WCW TV pay-per-views. That's what I just said. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
That's why, Tom. I think we here, man. I think
But-
we need to partner up on
Tom,
this one.
hold his
Tell you
hand.
right now.
When I was hearing Kevin Nash, I heard Kevin Nash on the podcast, and
Yeah.
Mick Foley had said himself. The one thing that these wrestlers, you realize they're not insured.
No.
Oh.
Well, no wrestler's
They-
ever going to get insured
no.
though. Yeah.
They do everything they do, and they had to pay everything out of their pocket when
Yep.
they get hurt.
Yep.
That's one thing I'm looking at. I'm like, man,
But let's put it this way. I think Tony Khan is actually like, look, for TV rights, and you got us a lot of views, so I'm gonna pay out a little bit there. Okay.
that's what Paul Heyman did, and look what happened to ECW.
Godly. Well, look, they're coming from the Khan family. That's money that's not gonna run out. It's different. Paul, you know,
That's
Paul
a
Heyman.
whole different ballgame
Right.
with Paul
If-
Heyman.
I think if Paul Heyman had a
Paul
Khan
Heyman
in his
was getting
pocket,
himself into debt.
yes,
Yeah.
That
I
on
think
his
that would
own,
work
and he
good.
screwed a lot of his wrestlers out a lot.
When
They
they
never
did-
got paid.
when they would do the Great American Bash. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
about
it's
that.
basically a free show. Yeah, a free
Yeah.
pay-per-view show.
I agree with you on that one. Now, speaking on that though, let's get into WWE news, okay? Because there's some crazy stuff going on over there. WWE signs a new TV deal, everybody, then makes the company releases. Now, the TV deal, let's get on that one real quick. SmackDown is obviously moving back to USA Network on a 5-year deal starting October 2024.
My question on that:
Yes,
is it on a Friday, or is it on back on Tuesdays? or
I think that's still in the
Thursdays?
works. That is still in talking conclusions.
That's going to be interesting to find out.
See what they're going to switch to. Right. Now, new deal also includes 4 primetime specials on NBC, which is very interesting. The deal with Hulu could be at jeopardy, but is also expected to expire recently.
That's going to be a bummer, though.
On Hulu, for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to lose a lot of things. So I think they need to look into, re-signing with that. The reason for Hulu contract there is basically to be live aired on Hulu the day after it's showing. So normal fans who missed out on Monday night were able to watch it on Tuesdays,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Now they can't, or that's soon to expire, so they don't know if they can. If that's the case,
So will it
whoever's
switch to
Hulu
live,
suggests-
or you just won't be able to watch it? On
you
Hulu?
won't be able to watch it. Period on the Hulu in general.
Oh, fuck.
Their contract is parked, so
I
they
don't
may
even got
just
Hulu, and that sounds whack.
they may just go with Peacock at this point and
Oh,
do their
okay,
live
yeah.
shows there on Peacock.
That
as
would
they do
make the
pay-per-views.
most sense, actually.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that makes more sense. Yeah.
You know, that being said, from there now releases though. This is why we had a list of releases because there were a lot, and not just that, there were many more that occurred over the weekend. So we got to talk about those.
Should
right?
we give out
So
a
wait.
10-bell salute for that?
All right.
Exactly.
Very
Before you get into them, all
Yes.
these people are not wrestlers no more.
No, not for WWE anymore.
Not right now,
Okay.
at least.
At least not for WWE.
Yeah.
That's
They
correct.
could switch and go to.
That's correct.
okay.
Other.
Okay.
And we'll talk about that later.
Gotcha.
You got about that. Now
had to get
on
that.
the releases, Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Ah.
I think I do have a little thing on that one. Let's see. Okay.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus,
There we go.
man.
That's what
Dolph
that's the release.
Ziggler,
Okay.
dude. That was a veteran pretty much in
So-
that company.
Dolph Ziggler, Shelton Benjamin, Elias, Mustafa Ali, Emma, Madcap Moss, Aaliyah, Top Dollar,
Top Dollar.
Rick Boogs, and recently we just found out Bro himself.
Bro.
Yes, and Dana Brooke. I did say Dana Brooke.
Dana
No,
Brooke,
No,
right?
I did not. Oh, yeah, right.
Oh.
But I have her there. Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
She was one of the after releases after that first day.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. So that's a little sad to say. You know,
Well, Matt Riddle should have been fired a long time
I think so
ago.
too.
Yeah.
I think so too.
For
His
the
troubles.
shit he's been going
Came
on
around.
about, he should have been gone a while
So we're
back.
happy about that one.
Yeah, I mean, I knew when the merger was going to happen, he was going to be gone.
Okay.
I was more shocked with Emma. Emma just came back like I posted on here. October 28th for this on a SmackDown episode when there was a whole open basically accepting Ronda Rousey's open invitation. And that was made her in-ring appearance. Everyone was excited for that. They just didn't do nothing afterwards.
I
for
mean,
her.
I think she's going back to Impact personally.
Could be.
And then she's better off there for me.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
some. Now, Rick Boogs, everybody, suffered a torn quadricep and particular tendon, which requires surgery at WrestleMania 38. If you don't remember, I definitely remember that because watching that live, he tried picking up 3 dudes on his shoulders.
He's
The
a really
Usos
strong
were
dude.
2 of them, and some
Mhm.
other dude afterwards, and you just see that knee pop,
Nope.
bad, nasty.
Yeah.
That was in the.
Yes.
That was in the Royal.
That was
No,
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
WrestMania. We were
Couple
here
years
watching that.
back,
If I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
Shinsuke.
Yes.
As a tag team.
Nakamura, tag team partner
That
champions,
was
right?
horrible.
Or-
Yeah,
That
I
was a
think so.
horrible run.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
was
I think
horrible.
he'll be all right because he has the YouTube channel. I do keep
Yeah.
up with him. He'd
I
be
can
all
see
right.
that.
Plus, I mean, he's got the one thing nowadays
definitely comes
about
in.
a lot of
He's got a lot of
wrestlers
mouthfuls
is that there's no more closed. You know, once you leave WWE, you're not stuck anywhere.
Mhm.
You have, like Joe just mentioned, you have Impact. You
Yeah.
have Ring of Honor, which is
Ring
part
of
of
Honor.
AEW.
Yeah,
That's
that was my
New
question.
Japan.
Yeah, that was my
Yeah.
question. I
And
was like,
so many
technically-
independent scenes.
Yeah, technically they're not part
New
of the
Japan Pro
WWE, but they
Wrestling.
can go
Independents anywhere.
anywhere of these places, which is
Exactly.
pretty cool.
Well,
Guys
they
are gonna
remember.
make money.
Remember, they got released now, but it does. If I'm not mistaken, it takes time for them to now appear at other locations, right?
Yeah.
There's a little time clause, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
see Shelton Benjamin reaching this point that he may not wrestle much longer just because
I agree.
you know he's a little up there in age.
He was pretty cool.
No,
Let's
yeah,
see
he
here.
was a good
Jesse
wrestler.
Ventura tried to get a wrestler union, and Hulk Hogan told Vince
Damn, Hogan.
that sucks. Was talked about. We talked about the releases on our show last week coming after the merger.
Yeah,
Oh, we did. You did.
I mean,
Oh.
I
yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah, it was coming.
Yeah, but
Well,
this is our
no one
show,
really
so-
tuned into that one. That's
yeah.
fine.
I mean, they
but
got to
you know.
cut the fat.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
It really is. Didn't know
Though
about.
Dolph Ziggler, though, as a veteran, that's a damn shame. They really dropped the ball on him. But
Yes.
I can see this guy. I'm gonna call it. I can see this guy going with his brother in AEW.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the real big question, the big surprise was Ali.
Well, he wanted to get out.
Well, that's because they weren't using him properly, and I agree with that. But if I really look at Ali, I'm sorry, he reminds me of what's his face, Daniel Bryanson.
Really?
They weren't really invested too much in him. The crowd loved him, but the company themselves weren't really invested into him.
Wait, you're gonna compare him to
Brian
Bryan
Danielson.
Danielson?
More
Like,
just the comparison only comes to what the company believed in. That's the thing. When you try washing away Daniel, for some reason the crowd kept bringing him back in. When he went with the Wyatt family, the crowd enjoyed it. When he did the Yes Movement, but he wasn't in WrestleMania main event,
Mhm.
the crowd wanted him in. So it's like the crowd basically forced the company to keep him in the game. That's the problem with Ali. They were trying to kind of keep him in the game, but the company just kept not doing so.
I mean, I guess I could see that point, but as far as popularity, Daniel's just far ahead.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I just don't see that.
Another thing, I no, go ahead, John.
No, you go ahead. Actually,
All right. So another thing I was going to point out is Vince McMahon is very strong on wrestlers who are injury prone or who messes up a plan.
Mm-hmm.
A long
But-
time ago,
yeah.
at Elimination Chamber, there's a match at Elimination Chamber
Yeah.
where Mustafa Ali was actually determined to get that push,
Oh,
but he gets injured and someone takes his place and gets that push for WrestleMania 35.
gotcha.
Kofi Kingston.
At WrestleMania 35.
Yeah.
He's been wrestling that long.
Kobe Kingston's been a
Oh,
while.
yeah.
No, Ali.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ali,
Ali.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was
Ali's
gonna be
been
his
back in the
push.
day. Yeah,
Ali was supposed to get that push.
Did not know
and
that.
he's from
in the
Chicago
chamber.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
he get that push.
Okay.
go
so
ahead, John.
good point. My thing is, do you think this was Vince's ideas to release these wrestlers? Because remember, this is part of the merger now. Who's in charge of letting go wrestlers now?
Dana. I'm just kidding.
Dana. I feel like-
Plot twist.
But like, yeah, no, who's in charge?
Please. Oh,
It
God.
could be both. I mean, now
But
that
yeah.
they're both in charge, but Vince still got the like a minority, but he's
I
still
can see
high
him.
up there.
Yeah, I can still see Vince still running the show. No
I
matter
would say
what.
Vince is. I'm just being funny with the Dana thing because if Dana was in charge of that, you would see some UFC people being released too, but they're not. So I believe it's more on the wrestling aspect of
Except
it.
for the Mad Riddle part, I think that was Dana.
So
Maybe,
A little bit of both.
I can see
A
that.
little bit of
both. You're right. Dana was like, if anybody, just that
Tom
one
makes
guy.
a good point down
What
there.
does it say?
Ziggler and Benjamin to AEW in 90 days. They would help train the younger guys.
Yep.
I can see
agree.
that. I can see
Yeah.
that. I can see that for
But
sure.
I could see Dolph Ziggler having a small run. Not a big run, but a
Right.
small run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad. Let's get into the next things at hand. That's just more releases to come. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of stuff. Now, as we all said, I think we were last episode we were talking about Jade possibly appearing, but she is officially at the training camp. Everybody at WWE Performance Center.
By the
She's-
way, so is Randy Orton.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
nice.
I've seen that too.
Yeah.
Very
Supposed to be
nice.
making his comeback.
Yes.
That was all over Twitter too. Yeah.
Too bad.
Very
Too
good.
bad. Matt Riddle's not going to be around for
No.
Orton.
That being said, though, for Jade, basically there's her little contract came out to play a little bit on social media. Everybody, she is running directly from NXT just to main roster. She's not going to NXT. She's going strictly for as soon as signs to main roster, just like how AJ Styles did for WWE. Then going to NXT,
Ah.
showed up at Royal Rumble, main roster.
And you guys think she's ready for that though?
Do I think so?
I mean, she looks the part, but doesn't mean she's going to know how to
No,
wrestle
I
the
think
part.
I think she needs to go to
Unless-
NXT for at least a year.
Unless they're just going to give her a bunch of wrestlers to squash.
Yes.
I don't think she's going to have. I don't think they have to put her wrestle like 10, 15, 20-minute matches,
No,
5-minute matches.
at least
Squash. Why they still train her and develop her as she goes
I agree.
on the ring and on the mic as well.
I think it's just the fact that she's going from to signing to main roster is her doing. It's her contract signing. Like,
Yeah.
if you guys want me and you want me to be part of this, I'm willing to do so. But I don't want to do the NXT stuff.
So
I
do
want
you-
you to go to main roster.
Do you see her getting a manager, by the way?
She should.
I think so,
She
too.
should. She
Yeah.
should get a manager right away. I do believe so. I think she needs to be a manager. I don't think she has the mic skills like Bianca Belair, which Bianca Belair is not that great either. But I do believe she needs a manager for sure. Let her be the Brock Lesnar of the women's division.
Well, give her
I
a
can
call.
see that.
Give her a Paul. Give her. I don't-
Give her
well,
Paul
maybe. Yeah.
Heyman,
Yeah, it could be.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Okay. You know.
MVP's another wrestler. who's
Yeah,
become a
why
good
not?
manager.
I
Gotta
can
join the
see
crew.
MVP doing good.
Now
for her,
that Shelton
actually.
Benjamin's gone, there you
Yeah.
go. Give him MVP.
bring her out,
I'm okay with
MVP.
that for sure. So that's not bad. Not bad, everybody. I like Jade. She has the look. She's pretty.
Yeah, she said it's about
She's good.
time.
Yeah, that's what I said. Now, status update for Mr. Vince McMahon, everybody.
Never mind, he was bad.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So at this point right now, Vince McMahon is currently for the TKO company, seems to be more control than what we thought.
Definitely
Has a higher role than friggin' Dana White.
I'm surprised.
Like I
I'm
said-
surprised he doesn't have
like
one of
I
those
said.
TK. I'm surprised he doesn't have one of those damn belts himself
I
too.
think I said it best last week. He's gonna have a bunch of power in his hands.
He has a lot of power. Now,
He's been running the show for years. Why wouldn't he?
that being said, though, the merger, the company owners right now involved with the merger is getting a lot of heat back from his issues going on in the courtroom. It's still ongoing. It has not been cleared away at all whatsoever. So his image in the company, it has had some default to some issues going on over there at TKO.
Yeah.
So there could be a board meeting and said veto, vote. But Dana, which is weird, obviously has a good relationship with Vince.
Yeah.
It's just that Vince has control of vetoing any final decisions now in UFC.
Yeah.
Of course, he has to get that little privilege in.
Yeah.
Of
Thank
course
you.
he does.
Right?
Yeah.
That being
does.
said, can you see UFC now? Ladder matches in the octagon?
Get the
Can you see that?
No. Elimination Chamber.
Elimination
matches.
Chamber now. and UFC, everybody.
Hell in the cell.
And UFC, everybody. The Elimination Chamber happening over there at
I can see,
UFC.
I can see
Hey.
a UFC wrestler opening the octagon, grabbing a chair from out there.
There you go.
Money in the bank.
Money in the bank. UFC match.
Money in the octagon.
Money in the octagon, right there.
No.
Contract hanging from in there. Everyone has to fight everybody. Someone get knocked out, ladder goes in, they
That's
go in, reach
why
it.
No, no,
he sold to TKO so he could still have the power. Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. He sold to the people he was comfortable with.
Exactly, though. Yeah,
He
I
sold
agree.
it. He sold it to the people he was
He
comfortable with,
wasn't
but
gonna
also
sign unless he knew some
He
faces.
has
thank you.
friends.
And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure this dude has some lawyer to kind of swindle someone in the fine print
Oh,
and be
dude,
like,
dude.
which makes him be this high mighty guy over there at UFC.
Didn't
With
you
his,
see Dark Side of the Ring? Vince has one of the best lawyers.
he
in the game.
hired him back on. He
Yeah.
didn't have him before, but he
Yeah.
hired him back on. So
Yeah.
the fact that he brought him back just goes to show.
Yeah,
I mean, like, come on.
Here's
Look,
the one
look at this
thing.
mafia looking
he
guy with a
dyed, he
mustache.
dyed
I
his
like the
hair
look.
again.
Yes.
He
I like
dyed
the
his
look.
hair all
He
black.
got the look and everything.
I like the look.
There's one thing that
Time
I
for a
realized is
change.
going to be very interesting about UFC now.
Yes,
Because
Sicko is what
UFC
he
has
is.
had some amazing rivalries.
correct.
UFC are coming up. Yeah,
We're gonna get Hell in a Cell in UFC.
No, oh man, God,
Stop
damn
it. Golly.
I mean, once upon a time.
It'd be record breaking. The first
Once-
octagon in the Hell in the Cell.
Yeah, great.
Once upon a time,
Yes.
back in the day, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a big UFC fan,
Uh-huh.
but there was no rules.
Yes,
basically.
yes,
And there was a lot of shit going on.
yes,
Can you see something like that in a way coming back?
yes. I can now. All of a sudden, that's
Yeah.
the crazy thing. So, who's the no? Who's
Maybe
the
they
show?
bring back Ken Shamrock.
Yeah, maybe so, maybe so. Now
I
that being
can see
said,
that too. I can see a lot of wrestlers going to the UFC too now. Like
I agree,
like
too.
it's a backup plan now.
right? I agree. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Now, everybody, don't forget to tune in over there over at Alex Barbershop. Everybody, get that barcode, get your cut, get
That's
your
right.
crew cut, and everybody, it's gonna be good some stuff. Now, speaking on that real quick though, UFC announces some recent fights. Everybody,
Yeah,
and I gotta lay it out there real quick.
Yeah.
I gotta show it to you guys. Oh yeah, I didn't have a little clip. I'm sorry. I thought I had a little picture
It's
about
okay.
it. My bad. Now that being said, Jury and Alex Pereira set to fight for vacant light heavyweight title at UFC 295.
third
Which is-
title fight
Yes,
this year.
I
for
know,
Alex.
right?
That's
Exactly.
crazy.
We're done with
That's
this.
crazy.
So he's gonna fight for the vacant. They're both fighting now. On that UFC 295 card, John Jones is a main event in that one. Okay,
Shout out to Jones.
versus Stipe Miocic. So they're
Shout
gonna
out
go.
to
there.
Jones should be a
Okay.
good one.
Now we also have Leon Edwards defending his title against Colby Covington,
that's gonna be
main
good.
eventing at UFC
That's
296.
gonna be real.
Colby
good.
finally gets another title shot. I think that's his third title shot too, as well.
That is his third, not this year, but that's his third title shot
Overall,
overall,
he's talked
And,
his way into it. So
Yeah,
go from there.
Leon wants that fight too, though. Leon's
Right.
ready for that.
That's gonna be something else. So tune in over there. We're gonna watch those fights. Those are definitely watch party fights for
Yep,
sure.
we'll be here.
But also there, Canelo versus Charlo. Everybody, September 30th. Pay
Cholo,
attention to
Cholo,
that.
Cholo.
So Cholo, Cholo. Yeah, exactly. Cholo, Colo. What did you
Cholo.
say? Cocolo. Coca-Cola. Was that what you call him?
Coca-Cola.
Was that Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
We'll find out what his name is when the fight
Yes.
comes.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the fight to come on September 30th. We'll watch that one too, I believe. Now, moving on to NFL. We had to go real quick and share SG3 in spirit, of course, share his picks. His week 4 picks, everybody, is Ravens at the Browns,
You got him? Okay.
Buccaneers at the Saints. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. My
You
bad.
got him?
No,
You
you're
got
right,
him.
man.
You
Go
already
ahead.
have it.
Go ahead.
You did the
Yeah,
first
go
two.
Zach.
I'll do
Go
the
ahead.
next two.
Go ahead.
So the
Go ahead.
first two, you heard
Yeah.
the first two. The second two, he's got Commanders and the Eagles,
Yes.
which Commanders lost today.
Oh, the
That's right.
They
Dolphins
did.
and the Bills.
And the Dolphins and the Bills, which I agree with SG3. That should be a good matchup. That's going to be quarterback versus quarterback, wide receiver versus wide receiver.
Yep.
There's
Defense versus
even
defense.
Some defensive
Jesus.
players there too highlighted. That should be a good
What
one.
about
The Dolphins
what
just dropped
did
70,
today?
man.
Yeah,
Dolphins
Dolphins
just dropped
70 to 20.
Same thing with the Bills. They didn't drop 70, but they smoked the hell out of the Commanders.
That's right.
So,
I think it was like 3 points for
it
Commanders.
was literally a
It's a
shutout.
field goal.
It was
That's
literally a
Wow,
shutout.
it's great.
Bills spanked them all up and down the
Yep.
all up and down the field. So that
So
should be good.
That'll be good. That'll be great. No, I think the Dolphins versus the Bills is going to be first game of the week.
I
would
got
have
the
to say.
Dolphins on that one.
I got Dolphins too for some other reason. I know the last showing, both quarterbacks last year got injured like crazy.
Yeah, should
You know, Tua came out of that game with a concussion, and as well as freaking Allen, if I'm not mistaken, hurt his leg or his arm, his throwing arm at that game, which affected the rest of the season.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be interesting to say the least.
Concussion.
Concussion game. Now let's Let's dive into it, everybody. Let's talk about the last few minutes of the show because we got to get into it. Now, we were talking about, the incident that happened with Nick Chubb. That sparked a lot of conversation going on in the media. Should NFL players get fully guaranteed contracts, everybody? Now, that being said, real quick, get some stats and get some knowledge here. Fully guaranteed contracts are the norm in baseball and basketball, as we all know.
Yep.
People who are hurt on the job still get paid if they are police officers, firefighters, construction workers.
Yeah.
If football players were working in factories instead of stadiums, their union would have a negotiated more salary protection for them long ago, right? So that being said, is it worth giving NFL players fully guaranteed contracts? Besides what they kind of get a portion of a fully guaranteed money side things, right? I don't know. That's a good question. That's my question. What your thoughts? I would say have to put out there.
I mean,
real
of
fast.
course. I mean, if you're gonna, there's still. I mean, NFL in general is a dangerous sport,
One of the most,
especially for
dangerous.
running backs. They don't last too long in the game. It's only like
Exactly.
about average 5 years, and if you're lucky after that, then a couple more years. But
Exactly.
they don't last too long, and they.
And you know what's crazy to add to your point? Just to continue to add to your point, though, is they're one of the least paid positions as
They
of
are
this year, too.
actually.
So yeah,
Yeah.
to add to your point. So you go
Yeah.
ahead, continue. Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much, yeah. No, I agree. They should get a guaranteed paid at this point. Is it going to happen anytime soon? I don't see it. There's already been a couple of running backs holding out.
Yeah, they didn't. A couple
Taylor-
running backs didn't
Taylor
get
would
signed. A couple running backs didn't get signed this year.
A
because
couple
of
of
the
years ago,
controversy.
Melvin Gordon.
Melvin
Look what happened to
Gordon.
him. He kind of got blacklisted for a while.
Barkley
Barkley as well.
what was trying to hold out this year. He ended up playing, and guess what happened to him? He gets injured.
Zeke Elliott barely got signed this year.
Barely.
got signed
Barely,
this year.
yeah.
He
Yes.
would have been blacklisted if he didn't get signed. Luckily.
That's true.
That's the issue right now.
Yeah, to piggyback on him, yeah, I definitely believe that they got to get paid in full. They do.
For a position in general to be the
and-
sole position to kind of carry the weight of the offense in some way, shape, or form.
I would put it even this way too, and not even just the running back position, especially yes, but let's look at a quarterback position. Let's say, knock on wood, you get a good rookie. He's in this year. That he gets paid 4
But-
years contract, right? Or even Mahomes. I'm not even Mahomes. I hate
But
to,
that's the
I
thing
hate
right
to say
now.
it, but yeah.
You're willing to give quarterbacks so much freaking money and break records, but yet you can't break any type of records with running backs. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So look at this. You get a fresh quarterback, and then he gets Aaron Rodgers, perfect example.
Yeah.
He gets injured 3 or 4 plays into the game, and he's deserved that money, right? But you take a vet as an Aaron Rodgers, but you put the rookie in the same position.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, that's kind of messed up. He hasn't proved himself, whereas Aaron Rodgers did, but it's still, you sign this contract, you got to pay him in full. You have to. Unfortunately, that's how it works. If somebody goes down, like the dude from the Browns today
Yep.
got injured, leg messed up. We knew he was injury prone. Like you guys said,
Chubb,
he got injured in college.
Yeah.
So why sign this man off for that? I'm not saying he's not deserved that money, but if you know he's injury prone, how are you gonna talk about getting this money for him and then he goes down? Now it's like, let's cut him off. No, man, he worked his life to get to that position. He worked his career to get that hard in that position. You got to pay him in full. I mean, it sucks. Injuries happen, but I mean, look at it this way. I don't want to compare the two, but if they do that with NFL, they're gonna start doing it with the NBA.
Yeah.
Look at it. You got to look at it that way.
But
NBA, for sure. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Now, kind of counteract that part. Let you guys know. Chubb signed a contract in 2021.
Mhm.
He was then guaranteed $17 million.
Yeah.
$17 million. Let's put it this way. More money than we could earn at this moment right now for our jobs if we would have went down and got injured.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. That being said. And he will receive his 10.85 million salary this year, even though he's out right now for the season. But like the predatory mortgage, let's say I signed it for the first house, Chubb's contract gets worse as it goes on along. The $12.2 million Chubb is due next season is not guaranteed, even though he was hurt while getting on a job today. Okay, won a job last game. Sorry.
Right.
Now the Browns are also free to cut him, thanks to for the yards he's not going to gain, and also to obviously his ligaments in his knee.
That's
So,
unfortunate.
And like we just said, Joe Madness, runner backs are one of the scared position this year.
So that being said,
Most injury prone.
now on the other spectrum of things, if
Mhm.
let's say I'm going to talk in the company standpoint,
okay,
I paid you guys $17 million,
Mhm.
$17 million,
Mhm.
just because you got injured. What are you going to? did you not save that money enough to get yourself healed properly, or to set yourself up for a good future? You can't tell me that 17 million can be washed away like that. So based on that, is it my fault that your lives are high priced?
I get to that point, but at the same time, you're paying quarterbacks a ridiculous amount of money. Why not split it up equally
could
to running backs
rebuttal.
as well? You know,
Yeah.
And then,
wide receivers.
you
as
know
well.
what? That argument could go back and forth too, is because you
Back
look
and forth
at the
every
quarterback.
single
'Cause
day.
Look at the quarterback. He's not injured. He's the sole ball holder for
Yeah.
most of the play, and he's not out here getting injured. So it's very controversial. And like you said, Tony the Kid, like I could see them having that sit down and be like, look, we guaranteed you this money, and now you went down. We in your contract it says that we can cut you.
I don't think this
We
is,
said the stipulation of the
Yeah.
yards. You didn't gain
We
enough
let-
yards. Hey, you're gonna come at me with my money. I could cut you right now here and there.
Exactly. We could.
Is
you
that-
know, it could
Can
happen.
we do that? You want to
And-
do that?
And I guess the question is it fair?
That's the
It's
question. That's
double-edged sword.
Put
you
it
know?
this way.
Let's go
Yeah,
real
we
quick.
got a couple
D-Rose,
comments on
Yeah,
that,
D
yeah.
Rose got paid for fucked up his ACL. Did he?
Yeah.
Nah, he still got a little bit.
He
of pay.
got somewhat.
But the
Go
He
on
didn't
thing
top.
get
is-
cut. He didn't get cut.
Correct.
the thing is, these players need to organize. All the running backs need to stand up because if it's just
Yeah.
a couple of players,
Yeah.
nothing's gonna change.
That's true.
Yeah.
These organizations not gonna do anything for a couple of players, but if it's many running backs that finally stand up and said this is enough, then they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to agree to
That's-
these terms
I'm-
at this
In the
point.
back of my mind, I'm a little worried.
I don't know about that. That college players have special insurance if they get hurt and can't get drafted.
Most
Oh.
colleges do. Not all, do all the colleges do? I don't know. Most
Good
of them,
question.
I think. I don't
Probably
No.
do actually.
Jesse goes, this mofo Kenny Pickett either
know.
either the Raiders are ass and the Kenny Pickett is at the second base.
He said that because they're losing bad as hell right now.
Right.
23-7.
Yeah, for real. So yeah, I mean, at this point, James Harrison is basically blasting the media right now because the media is kind of accusing their Steelers safety Fitzpatrick for a dirty tackle, possibly allegedly dirty tackle on Chubb. Now, here's my thing: if you go back and rewatch the tape and you see safety Fitzpatrick a little bit, I do kind of believe that I don't think he should have went low.
Now
I saw he went low. That's
Now.
my thing. As a safety, if you see, I'm watching you and I'm watching my linebacker teammate tackling you down, am I going to go low or am I going to go with you guys on top and try to
But
get him
there has
down?
been a lot of NFL players that have gone low. It's
And
not
I was-
intentional.
no.
Yeah.
Now to rebuttal that most, and I don't want to like shed like this is. I don't even want to say allegedly.
Right.
I don't want to say allegedly.
Right.
But most NFL players or even NBA players know your weakness, and they know, hey, he's got a bad knee.
Correct.
Cross over to the left, or
That's
he's
correct.
got a bad ankle. Make sure you
Correct.
tackle that ankle. They're gonna go for your injured area. That's without a given. Any linebacker, any defensive player knows they're gonna expose your weakness.
I
That's
agree.
their goal. They don't want to kill you and injure you on the field. But look, if your knee hurts, guess where you're getting tackled first.
So exactly.
Simple as that.
I saw the replay. I just don't see it.
I mean, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure it wasn't, hey, go,
Yeah.
but they know where you're injured. They
The
get
same
a
thing.
report, they watch film, they
I
know
just-
what happened.
My perception to the tackle itself, I think that type of tackle should be normally done when the running back or quarterback or whoever the player in general is running to the side and they want to go low like that to hit the hamstring and get them kind of blasted up to get them down, right? To get their
Mhm.
feet up from under them.
Yeah.
Now, when you're doing that when someone's coming forward and you're going low, I don't know. That's just
But
me. I don't
it
know if that's
happens,
proper.
Too. He probably could have hit him in the head by accident. Maybe he
Happens.
saw something. He
Could
could
be.
have bumped head. He tried to avoid it. We don't know exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, when you're
Yeah.
going full
Instant of a
speed,
second,
where
we
you're
don't
going
know.
full speed, full power, we're not sure. Did
Yeah.
I think it was intentional? I really don't. I
Mhm.
have seen some dirty plays in the NFL, and I don't think this was one of them.
Gotcha.
Right,
really
exactly.
don't.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
can tell. You can see a dirty play when it's happening.
Because it's
yeah.
hard when you're moving in that speed. to
Exactly.
actually-
There's pile
yeah.
ups. There's ankles getting caught under people. When
Yeah.
there's, you know what I'm saying.
I
So
just
that.
thought it
So
was a
Tom
freak
answers your
accident.
question, Zach. He says they have the option to get insurance independently.
Okay.
Let's see.
Appreciate that, Tom.
How much will Deion Sanders' team lose next week to USC? Yeah, I know they got creamed, didn't they
They
too?
lost.
Yeah, they
eh?
lost.
Yeah.
So they were hyped up. Now, last thing on the board, everybody. Let's talk about it. Which most recent WWE superstar will have the better success moving forward? So I want to get your guys' opinions, mainly Joe, at this point right now to kind of see where they go. Because
Oh man.
Oh man, what do
happened
you
there?
think? I want to hear yours.
oh yeah,
You've been
we
kinda
didn't
quiet
talk about it.
right
You've been
now.
quiet. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
you've
man.
been
Quiet.
This is
Yeah.
your
Now's your
Yes,
chance.
Now it's time to shine, man.
Who you got? Who you
to
got?
let the machismo run over me. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, actually, I feel like Dolph Ziggler still has like, at least in my opinion, I'm not sure about you, Joe, but I feel Dolph could still go a few more years.
Okay.
I feel like if he goes to AEW,
I like
you have matches that Dolph could do with Bryan Danielson, who's still on his way out, so you can still get one good match with Bryan.
He's 36, if I'm correct. Yeah, he's 36, so he's still
he's still what, like not even past his prime yet, is he?
No.
So he still has potential to be a heck of a performer in AEW or Impact.
I'd Ring of Honor, really, to be
Ring of
honest.
Honor,
Yeah.
which is owned by the same guy as AEW.
I think he
Tony Khan.
I could see that going overseas and then him doing a highlight, and I'm pretty sure the overseas will love him.
And then here's a match that I would love to see now: Dolph Ziggler versus Kenny Omega.
Oh, that'd be nice. Very nice. That'd be nice.
That's the thing is WWE are letting these wrestlers go, and they forget there's wrestlers that they let go that could have great matches, but it's all based on who picks them up.
I feel like with these wrestlers, my only dilemma with going strictly to AEW is them just jumping into a faction right off the bat.
Well, that, and I could see him joining his brother's faction.
Yep.
Not only that, but yeah, they get this little pop. Oh my God, it's Dolph Ziggler,
Mhm.
and then next thing you know, they disappear into the roster.
I've seen that numerous times.
Yeah. So
Cesaro.
yeah.
Especially Ruby.
Oh yeah, Ruby
She had a
Soho.
great intro to the industry. She had a
Yeah.
great one.
But
The video clip and everything
yeah,
didn't go nowhere.
but I mean, she's still pretty hot right now. She's still
She's starting to
still
pick up
the-
now.
yeah,
I
the
agree. She's starting to
storyline,
pick
yeah.
up now. But look how long it took. She's been in there for almost a year now.
I mean, they just got to get a little bit more organized with the
Yes.
storyline. I do agree on that.
Yeah. Besides that, though, other superstar, I think Dana Brooke. I think she's gonna be more successful on OnlyFans.
Come on,
Just saying.
man.
I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Coming
She's
from the
gonna-
#1 subscriber?
Hey, no. She's she's gonna join Mandy. She's gonna join Mandy Max, and she's gonna be on there. I'm just saying.
Look,
I
in
think she's
all,
the next one to
in
go.
all
Stop
seriousness,
her, right?
in all seriousness,
Equality.
in all seriousness, guys, Dana Brooke and Emma will go to Impact. Emma will win the championship there. She'll have better success. She is very talented and very charismatic as well.
My thing is, I feel bad for Dana for doing like having her get released. She did a lot of the grunt work, just like
Jobber.
Natalia did.
Mhm.
You know, for the industry,
Well,
and
yeah.
yet they didn't believe in her enough. I just didn't understand why. They made her change her look. I'm just saying she did change her look. She got slimmer, got more bulky. She was already a thick bone kind of woman.
Yeah.
And she was fine. She
The
did
issue,
wrestle
though,
great.
She didn't have charisma.
I see what you're talking
Yeah,
about
she
there.
just never did
It's-
have that it factor. Like I said, she'll go to Impact. She'll do fine in
Yeah.
that women's division because Impact's women's division is still strong.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Really
Surprisingly.
underrated. And that goes for Tom because he says that AEW has the best women's division. No, it's really
Actually,
Impact.
Tom has replied. I think that is Tom, right?
Yeah. No. That was,
Huh.
Yeah, that could be Tom. The Elias was a waste of character.
I
According to
mean,
Jesse.
I was shocked. I was shocked that he was Ezekiel. He
My
admitted
thing
it,
is too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm shocked that
I was
happened.
shocked.
But I was more shocked at the fact that Elias got taken away. Like he was released. But I can see it right on the wall just because you didn't see him on air. You didn't see him playing his guitar
He
anymore.
was already
It's on the
losing it, man.
crowd.
Popularity. The
going
thing
down.
is, it's like
Yeah.
they have a good thing going for them, and yet they still drop the ball.
Right.
And the same thing will probably happen to LA Knight, unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah.
Same thing
I
with
don't want
Madcap
to
Moss
see it.
though. Madcap Moss was another shocking one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, him too as well.
Top
Top dollar.
Top dollar.
Nah,
Like,
yeah,
well, here's the
sort
thing.
of.
Top dollar actually, if you haven't seen the media, he's actually kind of calling out WD for basically saying they were kind of insinuating he should have got a better shape in a sense.
I can see that.
They
You
didn't
know-
tell him to lose weight. They just had to
Tighten it up a little bit. Tighten it up. Yeah, Top dollar. Just tighten it up.
I can see that
We need
in
you
a
to
way
beat
though.
Top
Yeah.
Dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
can
that's
see that.
true. Women's division is basically dying out since Steph left. I agree with you that. I could agree with that. So that's my only thing. It's going to be kind of interesting to say the least. Why they left like that? But it's just they need to refocus on their women's division. That's my thing. They got the proper wrestlers in there. They got the talent. It's just direction is where they're lacking a little bit here.
What about Mustafa Ali? Where does he end up? Was he end up
I
going?
can definitely see Ali going to friggin' AEW. He's gonna be the number one guy there. They're
If
gonna
he
put a
fits,
title on him. He's gonna do him.
Uh,
He's gonna go against Kenny Omega.
I don't see him. I don't see him going against Kenny Omega. I just see him going in, getting the pop, and getting out, getting his paycheck, basically. Yeah.
Now, which superstar is gonna come back
Randy Orton.
to
Come
WWE?
Orton.
Hold on, Randy.
Who's got out of the ones that got released? We all seen those released and those make a comeback.
Elias.
We're coming back, huh?
Elias.
Elias?
You think they'll bring him back?
Yeah, I feel like Elias is just out for the moment because they have nothing for him.
I
Okay.
can see him come back for the Rumble as a pop.
Yeah.
But as full time, I don't know.
No, probably as time goes by, you might get him back full time, but the roster is already jacked up as it is.
All right, how about a CM Punk comeback?
Oh God.
Come on, man. Think
Could be
about it.
happening.
That's numbers right
Could be
there.
happening right there.
That's
That'd
numbers.
be interesting.
I don't know.
man.
What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, he'll
Still waiting
probably
for that shirt.
Whatever. Jimmy can't. What's it good? Jimmy G can't get off the crowd.
He can. He's been getting rocked, Jesse. I know you're
All
watching
right.
the game.
That's the end of our show, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, go
Hold
ahead.
on.
Go ahead.
Public announcement.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a little twist on our segment. We used to have What to Watch Wednesdays with the Rejects.
That's true.
This is Need to See Sundays.
Oh,
Okay.
Ooh.
You need to watch the new season
Like it.
of Invincible next month. Okay.
That's right.
A new season of Rick and Morty. I'm throwing it out there. It's
Ooh.
gonna be great.
For those
We
animation
need to
characters.
watch a new season of Loki, season 2, for the Marvel fans out there.
Yep.
And then we need to watch the Equalizer 3 movie with Denzel, of course.
That's right.
We already talked about other movies that are coming out this week too,
That's right.
next month. And then last but not least, of course, I know we're NFL fans, we love it, but the NBA season will be amongst us next month,
Ooh,
guys.
Be
It's gonna be
excited.
a great month coming into it. Okay,
Yes.
like I said, Need to See Sundays. I got you.
I like
Look
it.
at-
I
all right.
like that new
Let's close the
vibe.
show
That's
off
nice.
there. All
That's
right,
nice.
guys? Love y'all. Love y'all.
That's good. That's good. As always, you can catch us here on 216 Net on every Sunday at 9 p.m. except for our watch parties, which I think we're back on for next Saturday. So
Definitely.
that being said, you can catch us here on Facebook, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, Twitch, as well as X, the newly assigned X, everybody. But also, and generally though, just Google us. You'll find all our platforms there. And we hope to see you guys next time.
That's
For thank y'all
right.
for tuning in here on the ReJect Rundown.
yeah.
I just